Man, oh man. I have no idea what to think about this patch. Hey guys, Steelovsky here. I'm gonna look through the changes. So I am more of a PvP player and I am going to look at this patch mostly from the PvP player's perspective. I'm gonna try to explain what particular changes actually mean for the sake of PvP in the game. What is good, what is bad in my opinion. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. As for the additional elements that were added, this is mostly PvE type of stuff, so we are not gonna talk about it much. There is like a few nice things, like for example the background music during the night. I guess it is a nice thing. When it comes to the bug fixes, there are two changes that I am really happy to see. First one is obviously the further performance improvements, because, well, the game ran like it runs, isn't it? And the other change that is absolutely amazing is the fact that arcane weapons probably gonna be fixed now. In fact, I have checked it myself already, and yeah, for example, Rivers of Blood has actual scaling, and it seems like the weapon is going to be pretty good now. On top of that, sometimes you had situation that upgrading the weapon to the max upgrade caused it to lose its damage, and it seems like it is going to be fixed as well. So hey, that's pretty good. Oh, and there is like another important change, which is the fact that Fire's Deadly Sin is not going to affect other tools in the game apparently, so you are not going to have situation where someone gonna use the Death Flare weapon art for the sake of to spread death status just by standing next to people, so I guess that's cool. Let's go to the mid though. Balance changes. I am quite disappointed, not gonna lie, because it seems like most of the changes are PvE focused, so this patch is definitely not that great for the PvP players. On top of that, there is few changes that actually probably going to negatively affect the game. I'm gonna skip changes that are not really that important. Starting with increased shields effectiveness. So the thing is that in this game, there is no point to use any shields besides like 4. Which is Brass Shield, Fingerprint Shield, the one that regenerates HP, and one more that I currently don't remember the name of, which is completely exchangeable by other 3. So yeah, it's quite nice we are going to have more options now, but at the second side, what if they increased the power of the currently powerful shields? You know, we are kind of in the shield meta right now. Fingerprint is literally dominating to the point that it completely nullifies any sort of damage. Even if they didn't increase the power of these shields, leaving them as they are is just quite unhealthy for the game. And it simply sucks. Increased damage for all offensive cracked pot items. I think that's nice change, because overall the cracked pot items are not that usable in this game. Few of them might be pretty good for spacing purposes, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Buffing these items might spice up PvP a little, so hey, I'm all in for this change. Another 2 changes talking about buffs of the, let's call it, Bloodborne tools. If you played Bloodborne, there were like tools in the game that were used as kind of a magic. And overall, these tools in Elden Ring are quite bad. I guess it's good that they got buffed. Now, they buffed some spells. And you know what? I don't really bother, besides one particular change. There is Stars of Ruin among them. And damn, dude, they are actually decreasing the FP consumption. It is stupid from the PvP perspective. This shit is already spammable and very annoying to play around. In fact, you have to do like 4 rolls to dodge all the stars, or like use the Bloodhound step 3 times. Which, by the way, Bloodhound step is also not nerfed, which is another thing that I don't really like. And I'm pretty sure you don't like it too, as Bloodhound step is straight up noob tool. It allows player with bad positioning skills to actually survive by simply mashing the L2 button. Decrease Ash of War, Hoarfrost Stomp's damage, and increase cast time. So the thing about Frost Stomp is that it was very good Ash of War, but at the same time in duels it was quite well counterable, and in PvP it was good finisher when he was in the situation where he was at the numerous disadvantage. I'm pretty sure this change is related to the speedruns, as it seems like spamming the stomp was quite powerful strategy in the speedruns overall. When it comes to the PvP, I cannot really tell at the given moment. We're just gonna have to simply test it out. Bloody Slash got nerfed a little bit, you are doing more self-damage and cast time is longer. I think it is good relief on the low-level PvP because people were spamming the shit ton out of that one. Overall, at the meta-level PvP, this change makes no difference. Bloody Slash was bad, and it's going to be even worse now. Decrease weapon skill, sort of Night and Flames damage. That one is quite of unlucky because even perhaps like the weapon was quite of overpowered in PvE. In PvP, it was just fun to use, and in fact it was quite of underperforming in comparison to the other choices. So yeah, kind of understandable, but overall it doesn't change much. Increased mana consumption and lower duration of Ash of War Barricade Shield. This one is great. If only Fingerprint didn't exist. So the thing with Fingerprint is the fact that you can take Talisman that increases your stability, get your Fingerprint to 24 plus upgrade, and you are still going to bounce off the enemy's weapons. That being said, this change in current meta doesn't do much. For the sake of this change to be actually somewhat meaningful, you have to nerf the Fingerprint, which, well, didn't happen apparently. And then the last change that might or might not be impactful is the overall balance of the weapons. Overall, the patch, at least from PvP perspective, kinda weak. Also, it seems like we have received the From Software's classic, because, for example, we have that item that allows you to apply the chameleon effect on yourself. Your appearance changes into something from the environment, yeah? In patch notes, it says that the number of the variables was expanded, so you could think that you're simply gonna be able to turn yourself into more items, into more objects. Well, it turned out that they simply took 3 variables that you had before and exchanged them with 3 different ones. So yeah, fantastic change from software. But yeah, personally, I don't know, the patch definitely needs some testing. And I'm probably gonna do the follow-up video when I'm gonna actually jump into the game and gonna test things out. That being said, that's all for now. Thank you a lot for watching, and I see you in the next one.